So after 25 years of being a career sideman, I've decided to flex my wings a bit as an artist and actually start to book gigs under my own name. And I knew doing so would come with its challenges, but I didn't realize the biggest challenge would be a financial one. So I thought I'd give you an update on my journey in booking my own gigs under my own name and talk about those challenges, particularly those that occur here in Nashville. So I recently celebrated a birthday and I like to do a special show at my favorite spot in Nashville, the Underdog. The Underdog is such a fun spot in Nashville with different music happening all the time, and they really just let you be you and do what you do on their stage. And honestly, it was a place that Nashville was really missing. For this show, I recruited some of my friends that you probably know from the online guitar community. And I could have added 10 more guests easily to this list, but these 4 guys in particular have been really supportive of me over the past few years. And I thought, man, let's have them up and share the stage, share some notes, share some guitar, and have some fun. And that's what we did. Now, these guys didn't charge me for their time, thankfully, but I am the band leader now, and I have to take care of the players in my band and other expenses too. And I have a killer group of players. I'm really lucky to have them, and they make the experience that much more fun because they're just firing on all cylinders. And as a career sideman, I value my players and I empathize with them for how often they're taken for granted when it comes to compensation. Most Nashville touring gigs are offering $250 a show or less. And if that seems criminally low, I'd have to agree with you. However, if I want the best players I can get, I have to compete with those numbers as low as they are to keep the players in town to play my gig when they're available. Another cost that comes into play is a rehearsal space. I don't have a space adequate enough to host a rehearsal, so I have to book one locally. There are no shortage of great rehearsal spots in Nashville, and they're fully equipped with PA. You can rent drum kits, you can rent guitar amps, bass amps, and that sort of thing, but someone has to pay for that, and that's me. So before I even walk into the club, I'm out around $1,000 just to play a 90-minute set. Now, I realize this might not be typical in another town or even another country, but in Nashville, there's a lot of competition. Yeah, there's musical competition here, but there's so much competition with regard to things to do, and people have choices with how they want to spend their time and money on entertainment, and bar and club owners know that they can get really high quality entertainment and sometimes pay next to nothing for it. And yeah, I could sell tickets or charge a door cover. The Underdog actually even recommends that, and I probably should do that. However, I feel a little weird charging my friends $10 to come and see me on a Friday night when I don't really pull a big enough crowd yet to warrant ticket sales or a door charge that's over $5. So for now, I'll pay to play where I have to and think about the old adage, that's the cost of doing business. So this is not a complaint video at all. I just wanted to share my experience and share with you also a little bit about what life can be like in certain music cultures that the person watching this video might not have any experience with. And culture and community is really what I'm all about. As I do this more and more, I meet more of you, I meet more people that do what I do, and it really is awesome to meet people who are like-minded and are also kind of doing their own thing on their own channels and their own websites with a guitar in their hand or any other instrument. And one of those people that I look up to is RJ Ronquillo. RJ has sat in with my band before and he always tears it up. Not only is he a great player, which I'm sure you know, he sings well, he demos pedals as well as anybody out there. He's one of the OGs when it comes to that, and it's always such a pleasure to have him, and I think you'll hear why. There's so many talented guitar players, singer-songwriters in this town, and one of them is my friend Jesse Eisley. You might not be aware of Jesse, but he's a talented guy who works his butt off here in town. He's doing gigs and sessions, his own stuff. He's working all the time, and he's been really supportive of what I do and comes out to see me play a lot. So I was like, get your butt up here and join us, man. Let's play a couple tunes. And he brought the instrumental version of Stevie Wonder's Signed, Sealed, Delivered as played by the Stuff Band, and it was a blast. And if you play guitar and watch YouTube, you've probably come across Tyler Larson of Music Is Win fame. I met Tyler a few years ago, and I recently played in his band for his first show in nearly 10 years. I figured he'd still be warmed up a bit from that show we did a few months ago, so I invited him out to play a couple tunes. One of my favorite people in the guitar industry is Zach from Mythos pedals. Not only is Zach a super smart guy that builds great pedals, he's a great guitar player too. He's got, as we say in the industry, good hands, and he's a disciple of Billy Gibbons' school of playing, and he hasn't played a gig in like 7 years because he's busy making pedals, so I had to drag him on stage too. So there's a little story about the truth about booking my gigs. This is not a one-size-fits-all kind of story. I know it's different in all parts of the world. I'm just sharing my personal experience because it's new for me, and I thought as a channel subscriber and a watcher, you might enjoy it. I'd really love to hear your opinions on how you book gigs in your part of the world and how it works out for you monetarily or otherwise. It might help me or someone else watching this video. Again, last time I'll say it, this is specific to my situation and what I'm encountering. I'm just kind of getting started, even though I've been a 25+ year career musician. This is new for me, and when something's new, sometimes you want some support, some people to tell you to keep doing it, and more importantly, I just thought sharing it might help. But at the end of the day, it's all been really fun. It cost me some money to do this, but I'm having a blast. I'm exercising a new muscle, growing a new part of my personality. My musicianship is changing, all for the better. And that's the kind of thing I want to continue to share on this channel because that information too might be helpful. So if you dug the video, please like, please subscribe. There's all kinds of stuff on the channel coming at you in the weeks and months, so stay tuned for all of it. This has been a really therapeutic process, so if you got through this part of the video, thanks again, and I'll see you next time.